Gil Martin here, and welcome everybody to today's episode of the Daily Packers Post, where we bring you in-depth videos on your Green Bay Packers. We have new episodes dropping every day, Monday through Friday, so hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss an episode. And don't forget to visit our website at thepackerspost.com for in-depth articles on your Green Bay Packers. Today, we're going to take a look at three positions the Packers could double dip at over the course of this offseason, and that would be the draft, free agency, and you could even throw in trades. And look, we know the Packers have some strengths at different positions, and then they also have some obvious needs to fill. And over the course of his term as Packers general manager, Brian Gutekunst tends to double down on positions of need at the draft and in free agency. Sometimes he'll use multiple draft picks. Sometimes he'll sign multiple free agents. Sometimes he'll do a little bit of both. Couple of quick examples. 2019, Gutekunst signs both Zadarius Smith and Preston Smith as free agents to fortify the edge rush room. And then that same year in the draft adds Rashawn Gary in the first round. Fast forward 4 years to 2023, second round pick in the draft, tight end Luke Musgrave. Third round pick in the draft, tight end Tucker Kraft. And basically what you're looking at is, the more shots you take at the dartboard, the more chance you have on hitting on at least one. And so we saw injuries kind of derail Luke Musgrave a little bit, hold him back. Tucker Kraft ended up being even better so far than Musgrave has been. But by drafting both, you hit on one and you get a solid backup in the other. So here are the three positions I think that Gutekunst is most likely to double dip at this year in the offseason. Number 3, defensive tackle. Now, we know we have Devontae Wyatt, but he's really the only player at defensive tackle right now who can give some juice to the pass rush from the interior on a consistent basis. He was playing at a Pro Bowl level, or maybe just slightly below a Pro Bowl level when he was injured, missed 7 games last season, and staying healthy has been an issue, but getting another defensive tackle who can give a little more juice to the pass rush would certainly be a good addition. And then the Packers also need a run-stuffing nose tackle. Colby Wooden is kind of playing that role, and he's solid against the run, but that big, tough-to-move body who can occupy one, sometimes even 2 blockers and just clog up the middle, the Packers still need that. Nazir Stackhouse, the undrafted free agent rookie last year, was the closest the Packers had, but he struggled to adjust to the NFL. Now, maybe he takes a year or two jump, but he has yet to prove that he's ready for everyday NFL duty. And I think an addition or two at defensive tackle, and it could be one run stuffer, one pass rusher. We'll see how Gutekunst handles this, but it's an important area that the Packers need to improve on defensively. Number 2, interior offensive line. We know there's a lot of changes coming to the O-line this offseason. Elton Jenkins probably going to be released, could be traded sometime before the new league year starts next week. Sean Ryan, who started at center after Elton Jenkins was injured, he is an unrestricted free agent, so we'll see whether or not the Packers bring him back. Left guard Aaron Banks struggled through a disappointing and injury-plagued first season in Green Bay. He should be back. I don't think the Packers will part ways with Banks, but ultimately, you're now short a center because both Jenkins and Ryan are most likely not back. Banks has to stay healthy and play better. And then at right guard right now, you have second-round pick from 2025, Anthony Belton, who was drafted as a tackle and was kind of the third choice at right guard. But, he was okay once they put him in the lineup there. Can't say he was great. Pro Football Focus certainly didn't like his performance. But by the end of the season, I think the Packers were fine with what Belton had and the fact that he's still growing and learning the NFL game, he could take a second-year jump. Now, Belton was drafted as a tackle, could move back there. You just don't have a lot of experienced depth on the inside, and you don't know who, certainly one, possibly two of your starters are going to be. So I look for the Packers to add at least a center at some point in the draft, probably a guard as well. A free agent signing is also very possible. They could also re-sign Ryan as a possibility, assuming he could take a team-friendly contract. So those are the options, but I do think we're going to see Goody double dip at interior O-line. And then number one, cornerback, which remains a big problem for the Packers. They just don't have a number one cover corner. And after Micah Parsons got hurt late in the year, the weaknesses at cornerback were exposed. His pass rush ability kind of made things a lot easier on those cornerbacks. And now once he was hurt, boy, were they vulnerable so much more than when he was in the lineup. Keyshawn Nixon is the team's best cornerback, but on a even good team, he's a cornerback 2, not a CB1. Carrington Valentine was the other starter. He was average in coverage, missed a lot of tackles, and the Packers would probably like to upgrade there. And then Nate Hobbs, he would be next on the depth chart. But, the Packers signed him and thought, yeah, he could play the boundary too. Hobbs dealt with a lot of injuries, had a disappointing first season, didn't look good on the boundary. But, was that more because of the injuries, or does he just not have the ideal skill set for that? And would he be better off in the slot? Either way, I think the Packers need reinforcements here. And I think that one or more players, significant players, will be added to the cornerback room, even without a first-round pick. I think on day 2 of the draft, which is the second and third round, one of those picks will be used on a corner. And then whether it's a day 3 pick, a free agent, or a trade, I think we see a double, maybe even a triple dip at cornerback this offseason. We'll see which one of these, or which, he could be all three, but which one of these areas he is going to double dip at. Don't forget to visit our website at thepackerspost.com for in-depth articles on the Packers. Here on YouTube, hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss one of our episodes. I'm Gil Martin. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for watching. And, of course, go Pack Go.